Hey, Kylie here. Just wanted to show a new Tang stamp. Not one of mine. This is for a friend's knife company by the name of Chris Cody, and Chris Cody Custom Knives is his signature for his knives that he hand makes. Sorry, excuse my voice. And so as you know, when I was looking around for Tang stamps to get my own made, I checked a few companies and there weren't that many available online to find, and I checked the prices of a number of them, and while they may or may not have been great companies, I don't know because I didn't end up using them for various reasons, the prices were quite high for what I wanted, for what I thought was quite a simple job. So I ended up finding a source myself, and I decided that I'd start helping other people by acting as an agent for a company I found, and offering Tang stamps at a better price than what I could see by other ones. And you know, for example, my Tang stamp, the Dragon one, I was quoted $200 US plus shipping. It's going to be about $240 US for my stamp for my knife making. And you know, I can offer that and sell it to people for probably about between $130 and $150 US with shipping. You know, and that's quite a significant discount. And you know, if a stamp is smaller or really easy, then it may even be cheaper. And it also depends on whether or not you've already designed the logo, or if you need to get me to help you with that, and how much cost is involved with that. Anyway, let's show the Tang stamp that I just got made for my first person who's used my service. And here's the stamp itself that we got made. It's a really small one, and I actually designed this logo for him. He told me what he wanted as far as his name, and he originally had Chris Cody Customs, I think it is, and 3 C's. So instead of going with 3 C's, I suggested this, which is the C3 logo. So this is the stamp that was made. Just a small one for using with a hammer, or it could be put into an arbor press if you have a pretty heavy tonnage one. And let's have a look at the results. I've just done a sample stamp to just make sure everything's all kosher, and that's about the extent of my focus with the camera. And here it is here. So you can see this is quite a small one, make it easy to fit on any knife. It's a 6mm square, just under 1/4 of an inch square, and this is 01 tool steel that I used to smack it in. And because of the simplicity of the design, it does stamp a lot easier and nicer than my Dragon. Basically, you know, the less lines you have, the less you're trying to imprint, and the less force you need to whack it in. And this came out really good. I was quite happy designing this for him, and just crisp and clean, really simple, and he's happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it, and I think that's going to look really good on his knives. You know, it's going to fit on any knife, no matter what the size. It's going to squeeze into a ricasso pretty nicely, and it's just a simple, memorable stamp. So yeah, if you want a stamp made, I can do it for you, and do it for a pretty good price. Every single individual one, I'd have to get some artwork from you and then give you a quote. Or of course, if you wanted me to do artwork, then depends whether it's really simple or really hard as to whether I charge you or just do it as a favour. Depends how much of a friend you are too, and how much time would be involved. You know, doing artwork can take hours, or sometimes it can just take minutes if you have a moment of genius. And yeah, this is a pretty cool one. C3, Chris Cody Customs. Now, if you do want a stamp done, you can pretty much get it in any size. I don't think smaller than this would be very good, but you can go as big as my one or even bigger. But you know, if you're hand stamping, you just got to bear in mind that the more lines, the more detail you have, the harder it is to imprint into the steel, unless you have a big 12 or 20 ton arbor press to smash it in. You want to keep designs really simple when it's going into steel. If you want one for going into leather, for leather working, you can add a bit more detail because leather's softer, so you can do a more detailed imprinting. And you know, as you can see, this is a zoom up here, and that's the design I did for my leather imprinting, CKC, with my name, and of course that's my steel stamp. And it may even be if you just want some cool design for dipping in ink and stamping onto paper or something, you know, you can do that too. There's all sorts of options. So hopefully Chris will be happy with this one. And we'll start seeing a number of knives being spat out. If you're interested in seeing what his work is like, I'll annotate this video and I'll put a link to his forum. Chris has actually got a forum on knife forums that he's just started recently with another friend of mine, and Brian Froese, and they've started a company called Earthborn Knives. And as well as the collaborative work of Earthborn Knives, the two of them both have their own individual knife making that they're doing, and Chris's is the C3 logo. So thanks for looking, and I'll upload that. And as I said, if you have any interest whatsoever in getting a stamp made, then feel free to PM me and we can talk turkey on it. Thanks guys.